Hello Afflewax. So today it's bag 10 for a new minifigure. Here he comes. Quite startling, this chap. Doesn't entirely look human, not least because he seems to have a double torso. Look at him. I mean, wowee. And not only that, but hang on a minute, he's got 4 flipping knives going on. I'll find out what his name is in a minute. By the way, thank you very much, Jamie Wally. I know that you've explained to me that you're like Joanna Whaley, but for me now you will be forever Jamie Wally. That's one side. She inquired very kindly, I might add, very kindly, whether I had survived the hurricane of yesterday, and obviously, as you can see, I have. But I appreciate the inquiry, and that you were concerned for my well-being. Thank you. By the way, this chap that I've just built, he's called Garmadon. I mean, where does he come from? Bevis will tell us. Bevis knows everything. By the way, he told me that the reason he knows about the lipstick thing from the Cinderella Castle is because he's got the Cinderella Castle. I mean, of course he's got the Cinderella Castle. By the way, Jamie Wally sort of entered into one of our usual sort of existential chats about what is a frog worth. One of our more philosophical discussions, of course. And she brought up Sally, who I think we had established she knows what a frog is worth. And Jamie was saying, well, is Sally, who knows what a frog is worth, expecting? Is she expertly playing the market, or is there more to the golden frog that meets the eye? Well, you see, I think now we've established in the Frog Exchange that there's going to be a secret lab that is making golden frogs. You know, it's all up for grabs. It's all up for grabs. Let me immediately put something right that was annoying both Trixie and Bevis. There we go. Happy now, guys? Happy now? Yeah, you're happy now. You're happy now. So, shall we get on with today's build? Bevis had a lot to say yesterday. Oh yes, he's told the green wig. Do you remember that's originally from the Joker? And then I had a lot of chat from Bevis about his holiday, which I'll get to in a moment once we've got the build underway. But we've basically been given the full itinerary, which I will be reading out in full. So let me just put that back down again so you can see the build. I think today we're just doing a roof. But all will become clear, I'm sure, as we proceed. Bevis had so much to say that I've actually had to bring my laptop down here this morning about his holiday. It was too much to write down in my notebook. That's how much Bevis had to say. I mean, we can't be cross with him because number one, he is the boss of me, and I don't say that lightly. He is the boss of me when it comes to Lego, and also he's been on holiday for a fortnight, so he's you know, full of chat, which I enjoy. Maybe I'll get the laptop open now and tell you about his holiday. Please hold, caller. Please hold, caller. He did mention, and you know that we've now established that the Ninjagan accent needs a little bit like that. Yeah, a little bit like that. And Bevis thinks it's absolutely ridiculous to suggest that Ninjagans sound like they're all from the Bronx, because they could also sound like Scarlett O'Hara, which is fair enough. It's fair enough. Okay, I'm going to... by the way, Bevis, no, I did miss your explanation about Private Puffer, so you can send that to me again, please. Bevis is also very... I would say borderline annoyed that I've been getting quite cocky with the one-handed build. Yes, I have. Anyway, right, now, here's what he says about his holiday. So, as for the holiday... Ferry from Portsmouth to Bilbao, won the musical theatre quiz with husband and the kids with a perfect score, thus living up to the stereotype tremendously. Oh, well done, Bevis. I absolutely love a quiz. Musical theatre quiz, yes please. But he says that Bilbao was mostly shut and 42 degrees and he got heat stroke. Oh no, Bevis. Bevis, that's terrible. I'm going to try and keep on building while I'm reading these out at the same time, which might prove a little bit difficult, but I'm going to give it a go. And then he says he drove up to the campsite, which was an hour and a half from Bordeaux, and it was by the sea, and then he stayed in a safari tent, which is kind of a wooden floor and internal walls with canvas for the outer walls, which was very nice, Bevis tells us. Now this is interesting, Bevis, because I was under the impression when you said safari that you were literally going on a safari in France, but now we discover that you weren't on a safari, you were just in a safari tent. Well, I won't pretend I'm not disappointed. I feel a little bit let down, to be honest. I was looking forward to you telling us all about the elephants on the French savannah. Well, that's clearly not happening now, is it? So what else does he tell us? There was a 2-day lightning storm. I'll refer you to the relevant chapter in my book, The Tent, the Bucket and Me. Thank you. What do you mean you haven't read it? Trot along and get yourself a copy immediately. But then he says there was a week and a half of lovely weather. Oh, that's nice. And there was lots of sea swimming, sand castle building, little French markets. He read a book, Isabella of Castile, about Isabella of Castile. I've never heard of Isabella of Castile. Do you think we're all going to have to do some Googling? Apparently, according to Bevis, she was equally great and awful, very much like myself. And Ferdinand was a complete knob. He hasn't told us who Ferdinand is. Just announces that out of the blue. I mean, it's all very well calling someone Ferdinand a knob, Bevis, but, you know, come on. Come on. Let's just do a bit of building and then I'll carry on with the epic rundown of Bevis's holiday. I wonder why everything was shut in Bilbao. Actually, I have had that experience in now, have I put that on the right way? No. I have had that experience in European cities in summer, because everyone literally just downs tools and lots of things are shut. So that comes as no surprise, Bevis, that you had that experience in Bilbao. But it's sort of lovely in a way, isn't it? That everyone just goes, no, that's it. It's August, too hot, we're going home. We're going off. We're leaving. Okay. I think this is correct. And then Bevis says he went back down to San Sebastian for a day, and his quotes, bloody loved it, and shall be going back there again because it's somewhere that needs more exploring. Well, we'll take your word for that. And he spent a morning in Santander, in the bank. In the bank, Bevis. No, not the bank. Don't be stupid. Well, you know, you haven't made that clear. You know, I hate to assume. And then a ferry back to Plymouth. Gosh. And he saw dolphins on the ferry out and a fin whale on the ferry back. His eldest had all the girls falling in love with him everywhere, and the youngest was sick in the bar on the ferry on the way back and thought it was huge fun. What do you mean he was sick in the bar? Was he drinking beer? What on earth? But Bevis concludes that he had a pretty tremendous 2.5 weeks holiday around Spain and France, and he made friends with some sparrows and a baby squirrel. So he says suddenly we understand why he's got the Cinderella castle, because obviously Cinderella also made friends with squirrels and sparrows. So there we go. Well, thank you, Bevis, for that illuminating update. I'm very pleased that you had a lovely holiday, but I'm equally pleased that you're back now, because quite frankly, we need you. He is my sensei, my Lego guru. I can't do without him. No, I can't. No, I can't. Right, come on, let's get this build done. Let's get it done, gang. I'm convinced that this is just a roof today. Right, we've got a finickety bit coming up. Let's concentrate. Finickety bit. Finickety bit. It's a finickety bit. Finickety. Okay. Can you see this? Sorry. Sorry if you didn't see that. That's what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. This looks a little bit complicated. There we go. Where's that? Oh, look, it's an antenna. That's a little TV aerial, isn't it? Oh, this is going on already. Gosh. Where? Here. Going on here. Yes. Oh, will you look, please? Have you seen that? There, look, it's on. It's on. Went on there. Okay. Right. Now I'll pan down again to the building area. Okay. You're all having a lovely Sunday morning. It's Sunday here. You might not be watching this on a Sunday, of course. thing I'm interested in, Bevis, is I think you mentioned that you took a ferry from Portsmouth to Bilbao. I'm interested into how long that might have taken you. How many hours? You'll let me know. Oh, Bevis, you'll be pleased to know I've ordered some of the grey tiles that you need that have got the ridge for sliding doors, because I completely concur with your suggestion that those lovely sliding doors that I love so very, very much are great space-saving devices. Also, Trixie, you are entirely correct. The bar and the karaoke area are at the moment a slightly different level, but there is a reason for that, because I'm going to be putting in a platform. But I'll be doing that maybe later today. I might not be doing it later today because I have to go to London later to be on a radio show and talk about very serious things. Yes, very serious things, very serious topical political things. What on earth? One of which is the hazards of hitting your funny bone in your elbow when trying to build Lego for adults. I've got a visitor. A visitor has come into the build. Come and put your face here.
Oh God, not this face today. I don't want to frighten the viewers.
I'm not going to say who it is, but she's a very, 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 very important person at the BBC. Very important person. Can't even tell you how important she is. She's probably the single most important person I know. Anyway, we're just doing bag 14. I won't say your name, but this is what happens. That she's come in to inspect.
I'm impressed.
We've been talking about.
That's not me breathing. That's the dog.
Do you know how long a ferry would take from Portsmouth to Bilbao? No, neither do I. Bevis Musson has been telling us all about his holiday, and
surely overnight.
Surely overnight. By the way, person who cannot be named, how much do you think a frog is worth?
In the market.
If you were living in a market-based economy that relied entirely on the exchange of frogs, what would you think a frog was worth? And bearing in mind, there's a difference between a wild frog and a farmed frog, and there are golden frogs as opposed to green frogs. Just roughly, what do you think? What do you think a
unit of currency
would be worth as a frog?
I think a frog you'd get a loaf of bread for.
Would you? Do you? A loaf of bread for a green frog? Interesting. So you think they're quite cheap? Well, okay, all right.
It's my starting point.
Are you going to go and have some breakfast now? Oh,
yeah.
I'm so glad you've come in. You're the first person that's ever come to visit me while I'm actually doing the build.
I will check on the frog economy later.
Yeah, if you could please, let me know. Get Newsnight onto it. That was exciting, wasn't it? Nothing stops the build. Absolutely nothing stops. I can't tell you what an important person she is. She's come to stay. a sculpture for well, I know, maybe we're just making that assumption that you can buy one sculpture for one frog. Might be many frogs. This is interesting. I like these tiles. Let me see. Of course, really, I should go and make my guests some breakfast. But sorry, I don't care how important she is, she's going to have to wait. Because apple wax come first. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is an interesting scenario. Now then, let me try and get this right. Okay, I think it's okay. I think it's like that. Voila. Voila. Correct? Yes. Technical. Technical. Oh, I say. That's a fabulous effect, isn't it? Not quite in though. There it is. Oops. Tricky. There, that's good effect. Yeah. It's got some gold frogs there. Look. 4 gold frogs. What are they worth? Like that. Little gold frog on the bottom. We're doing 4 of those. Is this right? Yes. See, I still maintain that the golden frogs are not just decorative. Although these are obviously, but maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. isn't it? Stick that back on. Okay. And where's that going? Let me pan up. So that's going on here. Now what's going on? That's weird. Oh, there we go. Here it's on. It's on. It's on. It's on. It's on. It's on. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Oh no. Gang. 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 I mean, I've outdone myself this time. What on earth? Oh, okay. Panic over. Panic over. Panic over. Phew, that was a bit touch and go, wasn't it? Short little bell today. But livened up by an unexpected visitor. Who I now have to go and make breakfast for. Et voila. Et voila. That's it. Bag 14. I'll see you tomorrow.